Carson Wentz and the Philadelphia Eagles.
Jake Elliott to kick off for Philadelphia.
It's 3-0 versus 2-1. A good early season battle as we're underway in Week 4. And they will watch this one land in the end zone. That'll be a touchback. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. And no, incomplete. Boy, they took a shot there on the first play, tried to start it out with a bang, but it's second down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable, so they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
But that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. And that will be incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. On the return, Jackson. That'll be a 41-yard punt, 4 yards there on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over first and 10.
32-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at about the 32. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Stop made by Fred Warner, who was the Niners' leading tackler during their run to the Super Bowl last year.
At the 37-yard line.
Here's second and 5 now from the 37. Shotgun now for Wentz. And that'll be incomplete. Wentz took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on third down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
First down, Philadelphia.
On first and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Second and 8. looking from the gun. Wentz. He's going to let this go deep for Jackson. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. Flushed out right. Got a man, it's Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Looking for Jeffrey, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
7 yards there and a first down.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert pushing forward for 3 up to the 48.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And now Garoppolo lost the football. Able to fall on it, but look where they recovered it. That's a big loss.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
So danger averted for the moment, but now here's a 3rd and long. They run out of the shotgun with Mostert. It'll be a gain of 5, and the punt team will now come out on 4th down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
It's 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Eagles will be backed up deep to get the drive started as they take over 1st and 10. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a gain of 7.
Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice, steady gain.
2nd down and 3. Shotgun snap, and then the give to Sanders. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
3rd down.
49ers have an extra defensive back on the field. A nickel set for 3rd down. Now his wins. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. Now on 4th down, it's Cameron Johnston on to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And this will be touched by a member of the kicking team right on the midfield stripe.
50-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Off of play action, he'll look to throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Rodney McLeod. And he is all the way up past the 25. No score after 1 on EA Sports. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first 2 drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just...
Accelerating, and off he goes. The 20. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Miles Sanders with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Eagles are able to strike quickly for 6.
For the point after.
The game had been pretty uneventful offensively until that big strike.
No doubt about it. Almost felt like they were just going back and forth a little bit in the first quarter. But in the second quarter, things ramped up a little bit. Things jumped up. And you're exactly right. Going to make a highlight film or two. We'll be watching that one later on today.
Here's Dante Pettis on the return. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
On the return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A nice looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
George Kittle is easily one of the elite tight ends in the NFL. Back-to-back seasons of 88 and 85 catches. We just saw another one right there. Anytime he lines up on the field, you better treat him as a primary receiver and make sure you have a second guy in the vicinity to try and cover him.
Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45.
At the 47-yard line.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
47 right. 47.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
Intended for
well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the 1st. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there.
Dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance if they want to be
They're trying for Rager, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And he's going to get this on down to the 13-yard line. That's now his second interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
First and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll run with Mostert. And across the goal line, into the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, his third touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. He had the option to hand that football off. I think it's safe to say that he made the right decision. That was a heck of a run.
It certainly was. And when you mentioned the option, most people think the quarterback's not going to keep the ball. You know, in the NFL, that's usually not the recipe for being around too long. So when you do keep it, it often surprises the heck out of a defense.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And we are tied at 7.
San Francisco.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They had the interception last drive, led to the tying touchdown. So 7-7 the score as they begin 1st and 10. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Right back to Sanders on first down. And 3 yards there takes him to the 45.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
From the 45 on second down, Wentz, incomplete to Zach Ertz. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 37. First catch for the Eagles' leading receiver from a year ago. It's a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On first down, it's Sanders. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
Oh,
that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit, because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. Jalen Reagor, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles have taken the lead. CD for them. This has just been an offensive explosion here in the second quarter.
Yeah, held scoreless in the first quarter. Now they find the end zone again here in the second. Sometimes you just have to have some patience. A lot of people think it's always an adjustment. You have to change what you're doing. Sometimes you just have to do your game plan just a little bit better. And I think that's part of what we're seeing here.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this will not be fielded. It's a touchback and comes out to the 25-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Now this one to his running back out of the backfield. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Garoppolo on 1st down. And his throw is incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working it.
Mostert hit, and he drops the ball. And it's picked up by the Eagles. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. So a challenge coming down from the booth, and that's where these challenges come from, of course, in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Yeah, now we're going to New York, right? That's command central for the officials. They'll talk, they'll take a look at it, communicate with the referee at the game site, and issue a final decision because they do have the final call now.
Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10, right at the 50-yard line. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From midfield, here's Garoppolo. Oh, going deep here for Taylor. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox.
Intercepted by the Eagles.
That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Wentz. Caught by the tight end Ertz. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Wentz now on first down. Well, that's complete to Sanders. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Second down at 4. Wentz to throw again. It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On first down, Wentz. On Wentz is intercepted yet again. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Wentz's pass intercepted. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
No reason to do anything foolish as they'll snap it one more time on first down. And with time running short here, they'll simply take a knee, and that should do it for half number 1. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Bobby Gold to kick off for San Francisco.
So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you turn that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. 13 yards remaining on second down. Another run here with Sanders. And look at this for the second straight play. The 49er defense drops him for a loss. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up third down.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time. Forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now third and long. To throw is Wentz. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. It'll be a pickup of 13, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
Fourth down.
Here's Cameron Johnston now as he'll punt it away for the second time. ball at 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Their defense just came up with a stop right out of the locker room, and now can the offense take advantage?
Yeah, we don't want to turn this into something that it's not. It's only a one-score game, so it's not exactly a crucial possession. But at the same time, they'd like to get things started and at least come away with 3 points.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down.
28-yard line.
On first down, they go with Mostert again. He finds an opening past the 40, as he'll get this one up to the 44-yard line. It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16.
The 44-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, coming into this one, we expected that this offense would have trouble with this defense, and that's exactly the way that this game has gone. Pressure in his face. Coverage downfield has been tight. That led to another incompletion. This defense, they're exactly who we thought they were coming into this one.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball. But you got to think that sooner or later, they're going to hit one of those. But the coverage has been excellent thus far, and it was again on the last play.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the 4th time tonight. Here's Jackson. A 40-yard punt, no return, and possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 11-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
At the 11-yard line.
Second and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Here's Wentz to throw. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 16 yards, a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it, sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2.
Complete.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass. Looked like it was coming together. Looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid gain.
2nd and 2. Wentz now to throw. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. Again, it's Wentz. And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. An Eagle first down there, Wentz to Ertz, and the names that end in TZ. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Boston Scott, his first carry, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
The Eagle ball carrier.
I know we can't hear what's going on in that huddle right now, but I'll guarantee you at least one offensive lineman is saying, my bad, we simply couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage. We've got to do a better job trying to root those guys out of there.
2nd down and 8. Now Wentz. Now they go screen. It's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 44-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down.
And they ran that one well. And not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
Javon Kinlaw, the big D tackle there to bring him down.
Brandon, we just saw the benefits of being able to run the ball successfully. They pick up 4 yards on that carry. So now if you're a play caller, you can do just about anything you want. But on the defensive side of the ball, you're scrambling a little bit. Now you're behind trying to figure out, do I need to blitz him? Do I need to pressure him?
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. I think it's safe to say this is a game he's not going to forget anytime soon, Charles. 3 interceptions.
It's rare that we see 3 interceptions by one team, let alone by an individual. And I think that after the second one, he's probably telling his teammates, any ball that's in the air, it's going to be mine. And that turned out to be true.
They'll start on the ground with Mostert. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
At the 44-yard line.
From the 44, Garoppolo. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And that is incomplete.
They'll probably spend a little extra time dissecting the game film after this one. I think the part of their plan was to hit them over the top of the deep ball. They've been unsuccessful all night.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowl corner Darius Slay. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Partner's bad enough when you just can't hold on to the football. But when your quarterback's throwing it to the other team, that's 3 interceptions now, 4 turnovers for the game. You really have no chance to win the football game. They'll
run on first down. It's Sanders. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. I think you'd have to say defensively, these guys are doing their job pretty well, right?
Yeah, we talked about them holding them under 20 points, right, on defense. And they've done that. They've held them. The problem is their own offense hasn't answered their challenge, which was to score more.
Yeah, exactly. I remember you saying magic number was right around 20, and the offense has been the issue. You're right. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man, it's Rager. He's got it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple of seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Eagles 21, 49ers 7.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken in the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so net negative there of 4 yards.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Kaepernick. And able to haul it in is Kittle. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his first touchdown on the year. And the 49ers are back within a score. So that's a really big play here in the 4th quarter. And don't look now, they're right back in this game.
Did it feel to you, as it did to me, that maybe they were a little bit soft in what they were lining up with on defense? Almost like they were protecting the lead rather than trying to make a play.
And now that lead, it's down to just 1 score.
Robbie Gould to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. And he ran right through 1 tackle as he fights forward for a gain of 7.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bifema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
1st down, Eagles.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. On 1st down, Sanders. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 10 yards there and an Eagle 1st down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get 3 up to midfield.
Ball carrier.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line.
The tackle made.
Brought down by Nate Gehring. Again, they'll run it with Mostert.
Look, all any running back wants is a little bit of room, a little bit of space in order to maneuver. But he also understands how difficult it is for his offensive line up front. So if they give him any space, he realizes his job to make more out of it than what they give him. Picks up 3 on that carry.
47's the mic. 47.
Kaepernick now on 1st down. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he's got this down to the 35. Another big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards.
That's another 49er.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. On the handoff, this is Mostert. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Mostert, the ball carrier.
4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes. And we've got a 1-score game.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down. Now Kaepernick. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th. He got out of bounds. That's a good thing, but still short of the 1st.
And now, since this brings up 4th down, the defensive play caller, grab your nerves, because now you don't want to be so amped up that you give them a 1st down by getting out of your lanes, but you also don't want to just lay back and let them have it easily.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. They're going for it. It's Kaepernick. And no, it's incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And the Eagles defense able to hold.
Down.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And this game not quite in hand yet. We'll likely see all 3 timeouts defensively and then reassess where we are. That's the space here. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. 1st down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Sanders. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48.
The ball carrier.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
He was close to flirting with that sideline, but able to stay in bounds like his coach wants him to do and keep that clock moving.
Isn't it funny that we're watching this play when we had that discussion just yesterday about this? What do you do in this scenario? What do what's your mindset? It appeared to me that he'd totally forgotten that he needed to stay in bounds, and then the last second, oh no, I better get down, and he ended up doing the right thing. But at that point, maybe close to let this slip away.
So fly, Eagles, fly. It's a victory for Philadelphia, and it's going to be their defense that gets the ink in the headlines tomorrow, and for good reason. They forced 5 turnovers in this game.
And while we were watching this game unfold, I kept thinking about when we did our training camp tour, and something that you noticed along the way. Just about every camp we visited, when the defense got together, everyone was doing ball drills. Defensive linemen, linebackers, secondary, because they understood how vital it was to take the football away. And they wanted every opportunity. When the ball was knocked free, they want all those guys to be familiar with touching the ball so they could pick up the fumble or get the interception. And we saw it pay off in this one here.
Yeah, 5 times. They'll remember this one. So for Philadelphia, they finish a perfect month of September as they move to 4-0 on the new campaign. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Pittsburgh Steelers. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2. And they will be at home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins.